I'm claiming what every single glober here claims. The Earth curvature is not the horizon. It's not Earth curvature.
Nathan, this observation looks the same every single day. The weather has nothing to do with it.
And every time you see the horizon, you're actually seeing the geometric horizon.
We are not going to see the geometric horizon.
No one's claiming that we see physical geometry.
It's not a visual horizon.
And every time you see the horizon, you're actually seeing the geometric
Apparent horizon is the one that you see.
And the geometric one is the one we don't see, because if we don't see it, it's not a horizon.
It's not a visual horizon, but it is
So we don't
visible.
see it, so it's not a horizon.
You are correct. We do not observe geometric horizon.
Welcome to Flat Earth.
Changed by refraction. Do your eyes always tell geometric truth? The short answer to that last question is no.
Horizon isn't a physical thing. It's just the point at which geometrically the tangent that you're looking at towards the surface of the Earth. So that red area now is hidden behind the horizon, the physical geometric horizon.
Behind the physical horizon.
Yeah.
Yep. Higher in elevation than it usually is.
The horizon isn't an object. It's just a point a certain distance away from you. I mean,
Correct.
the blue area.
Not Q. We don't have a geometric horizon. Then not P. The Earth is not a globe.
We do have a geometric horizon, we just can't see it, but perhaps we better agree to disagree. But I would like to see that butane experiment done again. There is no, the horizon, there is a geometric horizon, but if you walk forward 6 feet, the geometric horizon would move away from you by 6 feet. It's not an exact point, it's just a distance.
So that's apparent. It changes. But can I ask you, if it is an apparent location, the horizon, what is cutting off the bottoms of those ships?
On occasions when you see that, the ship is beyond the geometric horizon and the amount of refraction is not enough to lift them further into view. So the geometric horizon is hiding them.
So we can see the geometric horizon on some days?
We do have a geometric horizon, we just can't see it, but perhaps we better agree to disagree. But I would like to see that butane experiment done again.
So we can see the geometric horizon on some days?
No, it's hidden behind the water, but there's not enough refraction to lift the image of the full ship above that apparent horizon. At best, what you have done, you would have disproved the radius of the Earth.
Ding, ding, ding! What do we have for her, Johnny?
Andrew Young cites geometric horizon as where the apparent horizon would be if there were no refraction, equivalently where the cone with the vertex at the observer's eye and tangent to the sea surface.
So you said the geometric horizon is what? That refracted?
It's where the apparent horizon would be if there were no refraction.
Okay, so it is the horizon that we see because there's only one horizon. The horizon is the refracted horizon, correct?
No.
That's what you just, I'm sorry, you just said that.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Going round in circles.
Yeah, that's what you just said, Brenda.
We don't have an apparent horizon and a geometric horizon. We just have a horizon. It's just not geometric.
Correct.
Yeah, well then, welcome to Flat Earth. You've just made it plain we don't have a geometric horizon. So what geometric position, moron? You don't have one!
We do.
Oh, so now we do. Only 30 seconds ago, ladies and gentlemen, he made it plain we don't have a geometric horizon, and now we do.
No, we don't have a geometric horizon.
You seem to be double flip-flopping.
We have got geometry, and it's...
No, we haven't. We've demonstrated a geometric impossibility in the Black Swan image. Ergo, you don't have a geometric horizon.
No, we don't have a geometric horizon.
Yeah, see, there he goes again. Can't seem to make up his mind. He needs a geometric horizon for his Earth curve maths, but we haven't got one according to him. You've lost. So we definitely don't have a geometric horizon.
I didn't say we did.
Yeah, we don't. Welcome to Flat Earth.
PBS video, and to be clear, it wasn't the Discovery Channel, but PBS's series called Genius. But what makes the PBS video so rotten is that this helicopter event was entirely fabricated, and it's provable. I made a video on it a while back. Remember, PBS claimed that the helicopter descended behind the curvature and then came up from behind the curvature of the Earth back into view of the telescope. But as you will see, when the helicopter descends, there is a group of birds with a peculiar flight pattern. And then when the helicopter subsequently ascends, the same birds appear and in the same exact flight pattern. Not only that, the waves match as well. Only the image of the helicopter changes, meaning that the helicopter video was added.
As it lands,
I got him. I got him.
As it lands,
Without question, PBS lied and faked the curvature. And this isn't some simple mistake. This was intentional, as it took serious effort to add a fake image of a helicopter supposedly hiding behind the curvature of the Earth. Why would PBS lie about the curvature? So, to the individual who emailed me that link, send your brother the proof that PBS lied to him and is still used by globe propagandists as proof of the curvature. But here's another big lie about the curvature, this time by National Geographic. Here's a clip from an old video I made on the subject.
But sure enough, as the boat reaches the horizon, the stripes begin to disappear one by one.
It's pretty amazing. You can actually see it pretty clearly with this camera here. And you see that the red stripe that was at the bottom has completely disappeared, and it's now getting closer to sort of the middle green stripe, that is.
So we've lost about 1.5 stripes.
Right. So this can only happen, why?
Because of the curvature of the Earth.
If you recall, a couple of years ago, there was a skydiver by the name of Felix Baumgartner. Felix jumped from 39 kilometers up.
So in the photo, you see this curvature of Earth's surface, and he said, wow, he's in space, look at that. No, he's not. At that height, you don't see the curvature of the Earth if you are 2 millimeters above this beach ball. You just don't. That stuff is flat.
I love this guy. It's true, with such an insignificant height, you shouldn't be able to see the curvature. And if you can't see the curvature at that height, good luck seeing it when you're on the surface of the Earth. Now that being said, I don't know exactly at what height you'll be able to clearly see the curvature, but it most definitely is not 39 kilometers up.
Number 19, Mr. Sensible's Mage Project. You can see the curve. I like that one, Mitch. That one's a really good one. Top bloke, that Mr. S. Mage Project. You can see the curve. Yeah, I can. And everyone else can, Mitch, can't you?
That's just so silly. Like, we live on this massive Earth that's 40,000 kilometers in circumference, and you think you'd be able to see the curvature with a hot air balloon. Incredible.
Mr. Sensible's Mage Project. You can see the curve. How high did you go, Mr. Sensible? About?
Well, look, I'll just pause you a second. You can see a curve on your own flipping iPad or whatever it is. You can see the curve. If you're saying that is not Earth curvature, then I'm going to issue you challenge number 2, Mitch, which is to do a debunk video on Mage and get your ass whooped once again.
30 kilometers? Yeah.
38.75, cool. Mitch.
Now that being said, I don't know exactly at what height you'll be able to clearly see the curvature, but it most definitely is not 39 kilometers up.
At that height, you you don't see the curvature of the Earth.
Yeah, 30 kilometers.
38.75.
Clearly see the curvature, but it most definitely is not 39 kilometers up.
Richard Branson's space tourism. Yeah, he went about, what, 56, 58 miles up? That's a bit more than your 30 kilometers, isn't it? Let's see if Neil deGrasse Tyson says we're going to see the curve of the Earth from that space tourism site height.
Going into space, no, you're getting a nice view of the Earth, and I don't even know if you're going to see the curvature.
Pause there. I don't even know if you're going to see the curvature. That's what Neil said. I don't even know if you're going to see the curvature.
I did some calculations, and I'm thinking they're not.
He did some calculations, and he thinks that you're not going to.
Oh, by the way, you didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you. Do you know how high up above the Earth he was?
No.
So if you take a
63 miles.
Oh, yeah, say right. So take a schoolroom globe, and that's how high above it is he? So he's about 2 millimeters above the surface of a schoolroom globe. So nobody has seen the curvature of the Earth from that height. I just want to make that clear.
He's done some calculations that will give him an amount of curvature, and he believes that you won't be able to see that with your eyeballs. Okay.
So nobody has seen the curvature of the Earth from that height. I just want to make that clear.
Mr. Sensible's Mage Project. You can see the curve.
That's just so silly. Like, we live on this massive Earth that's 40,000 kilometers in circumference, and you think you'd be able to see the curvature with a hot air balloon. Incredible.
Yeah, 30 kilometers.
38.75.
Be able to clearly see the curvature, but it most definitely is not 39 kilometers up.
So your map doesn't show Earth curve, your map is flat, but it's definitely capable of showing it, it just doesn't have any.
So how could...
So why are you asking me something? So you don't have any Earth curve in your map? Don't ask me something.
I've not met a single cartographer.
Don't tell me who you've met, just confirm you haven't got drop in your map.
I don't.
Well, so it's flat then. No Earth curve, no 8-inch mile squared then. Why the hell are you believing you're on a sphere when there's no sphericity in your map? So, no Earth curve drop in your map. Now show me one that does have it.
I can't show you.
So no map shows Earth curve? They're all flat then? Hello? Yeah. Do you need the White Knight to help you? Or are you done?
Bring him in.
Are you done?
I answered your question.
Yeah, you told me how flat your maps were, even though they have elevation profiles. Yeah, they can show drop, but they don't show Earth curve drop. Why would they? Well, because it's drop that's capable of being depicted, and it isn't. Which one's got it? None of them. So they're all flat. Why was it that you think you're on a sphere again? Because you were told?
Yeah.
Go and tell the people who told you they're wrong.
So here's the thing I wanted to explain. GPS operates in a 3D Cartesian coordinate system. It is not latitude and longitude. That latitude and longitude comes from a conversion from that box-style system. That's the native coordinates coming out of a GPS system. So here's the thing I wanted to explain. GPS operates in a 3D Cartesian coordinate system. It is not latitude and longitude. That latitude and longitude comes from a conversion from that box-style system. That's the native coordinates coming out of a GPS system. So here's the thing I want.
G'day everybody, Where's Wally here. Now, I know, Mitchell, what you're going to say about this. You're presuming R. Well, fair cop, I am kind of presuming R in this case. But Mitchell, did you know that?
But you're going to need half of that. What was that, Wally? You're going to need half of that. But you're going to need half of that. Yeah, Wally, you're going to need half of that, mate. You're going to need the radius of the Earth. Something's been thoroughly debunked. Any globe claim, you are going to need the radius in the first instance. If you don't have a radius... And this is the #1 globe killer. Hopefully by now, all of you have seen this video by BMLSB69. His observer foot height is only 1 foot. Now that first platform is 6.2 miles away, and platform habitat is 9.4 miles away, with the horizon far in the distance beyond that. Now I'm going to let you just sit there and take this in, because this is the
absolute number one globe killer. Modus tollens states, if P, then Q, not Q, therefore not P. If P, we live on a globe of radius 3959 miles, then Q, every horizon distance measurement cannot be more than 1.23 miles times the square root of the observer height in feet. Not Q, the geometric horizon is far greater than 2.73 miles for 5 foot. Therefore, not P. The Earth is not a globe.
At best, you would have disproved the radius of the Earth.
But this valid logical conclusion is hand-waved by the globe zealots as word salad. So I'll put this devastating picture in simpler terms. Globe believers must have a physical leading edge, the geographical edge to their sphere, in order for boats to go over it and for land and water to curve around it. It's a fundamental pillar to their religion. If the globe they presuppose has a radius of 3959 miles, then the horizon distance is set by the height of the observer. So what makes this image so devastating is the height of the observer at only 1 foot. The horizon should be 1.22 miles. But even if we set it at 5 feet, the horizon should be 2.73 miles. But we can see the bottom of platform habitat where it meets the water 9.41 miles away, and the horizon above that beyond in the distance, making it fundamentally impossible to see this from 1 foot on a globe.
Be
the globe.
A different diameter, perhaps 3960 or 3961. You complete and utter twonk.
Okay,
So unless you
so
assert that the globe has a bigger radius.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say. At best, what you have done, if that was all correct, at best...
Mitch, I was very careful in what I said. Those penny drop moments were when I was being very sure about what you were saying. And I'm very clear here that at best, if everything you said was correct, and it wasn't, then you'd have disproved the radius of 3959, i.e. it would be a slightly different radius.
A slightly different radius? Well, let's do the actual maths then. Here it is set out for everyone to go over in your own leisure. Using the values from the Black Swan image of a 1 foot observer height and a 10-mile distance horizon, you can clearly see we have a 264,000 mile radius. But isn't the radius of the sun meant to be 432,000 miles? No, not anymore. It's got to be bigger now. What about the distance to the moon? 238,000 miles. Nope, that's got to be different too, doesn't it, Mr. Sensible? What else does it implicate? The radiuses of all the planetary orbits have to be different too. But that can't be right, can it, Mr. Sensible?
I was correct. I was absolutely clear. At best, you've disproved the size of the Earth, not the shape of
We measure C.
Yep.
We need to know H.
To give us R.
We get R.
Yeah, so we do need to know the height of the stars.
Okay.
But that's okay, because I can just look it up.
Whoa. Al Baruni did not look it up. Like, he used a mountain.
Yeah.
And it must have calculated the height of the mountain.
Yeah.
Which is in your book.
Yeah, I mean, you can use triangles again to calculate the height of the mountain, but I don't want to be here all day.
No, we're going to do that. I didn't handcraft this to look up the height on Wikipedia.
Right.
Okay.
So break down these triangles for us. Here we go.
All right, so you want the height. You want to work out the height of the shard as well.
Yeah,
then?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right.
And we're
fine,
doing the
okay,
whole thing.
Okay, fine. Right, so here's the shard then.
I grew a beard for this and everything.
And a very impressive one it is too. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
here's the
Going
height.
old school.
This is the shard.
Yep.
This is the height that we need. H.
Yep.
Okay. We're close enough to the shard that the Earth can be flat.
Gotcha.
Close enough to the shard that the Earth can be flat.
Gotcha.
So now.
Oh yeah. I'm happy to assume that.
The way that you can do it
I protracted down.
is from a reasonable distance away, say here.
Yep.
We can look up
Gotcha.
at the shard, measure that angle.
Hey. Wow.
I'm going all over the place with
Yeah.
the letters here. And then we'll go a little bit further away and we'll measure it again. B. And then as long as we know this distance here, maybe we'll do like 100 meters or so.
Yep.
Let's call that D.
Call that D for distance. Yep.
Then you can use just simple trigonometry
To get the height.
to get the height of there.
So that's what we're going to do.
For some reason you think the Earth needs to turn underneath them.
I have speed that will overtake it.
Right.
Because I'm going sideways faster than it is.
The Earth is not rotating underneath.
What Kosho's now saying is there's slightly different speeds as the Earth rotates underneath, right, Kosho? It's just different.
That's
different
right, and
speeds.
as it travels across different spots of the Earth.
The Earth is not rotating underneath.
I did a quick calculation, and I tweeted. The winning field goal in that game was aided by a 1/3 of an inch deflection to the right from Earth's rotation.
The Earth is not rotating underneath.
Right.
You and your reference frames have been ruined.
The reason the bowling ball and the feather fall together is because they're not falling. They're standing still. There is no force acting on them at all.
Brian Cox, there is no force acting on them at all.
Gravity is not a force, but you can think of it as a force. Maybe that's the. Now, literally, it's not a force.
George Musa, 2019. It is literally not a force.
It's for your globe. So you immediately beg the question that you're on a globe.
Don't need to beg the question, we live on a globe. You measure a flat baseline from your eye to the horizon, and from your eye to whatever star or thing you're trying to sight to. There's no R value calculated, dude.
Tool that measures angles from straight lines.
Yep.
Where'd you get a straight line for a sextant, considering you've got sphere-shaped hair?
I don't have one. You measure a flat baseline from your eye to the horizon.
Where'd you get a straight line for a sextant in atmosphere?
I don't have one. You measure a flat baseline from your eye to the horizon.
So where'd you get a straight line for a sextant on a globe?
I don't have one. You measure a flat baseline from your eye to the horizon.
Well, you can't tell me now where you get a straight line from, coward.
I don't have one.
So where'd you get a straight line for the sextant?
I don't have one. You measure a flat baseline from your eye to the horizon.
You don't have one?
Correct.
It's a tool that measures angles from straight lines.
Yep.